Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Build a Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 43 today and we are back in fairly formal attire for the biggest game of the series for the second episode running. Last time it was a two-legged knockout tie against Sparta Prague. Somehow we snuck through. We probably didn't deserve it really, but great performances, a great effort, and now we face the side who beat us twice in the group stages, Utrecht. We were a little disappointed with the draw, but we've got a chance now. So let's go and try and get through somehow to the quarter-finals. If you're looking forward to finding out if we can do that over two legs against the Dutch side, who have invested in January nonetheless, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from two long-term stories. And of course, you can catch up with all the playlists, the live stream series and the podcast channel in the eye above. A massive thank you for your support with it all, and hopefully you continue to enjoy it. But before we go and have a look at our recent results and what we can expect moving forward, particularly as we look to build the nation rather than just the club, we keep our eyes on TNS, who are 6 points clear up in second place. But Utrecht, today's opponents, have not just got the good side they had before, they've spent $3 million on a Dutch midfielder from the MLS, who's a significant upgrade on what we've got. So we've got to bear in mind that that's the quality we can't compete with. And that's why these sorts of opposition are so difficult for us. But if we do have a look at the schedule, just to see the one game we played off camera, it was a 5-0 victory in the Welsh Cup against Tom Pentra of the second tier of the Welsh Pyramid. A Harness goal, a Glatzel hat-trick, a Mitch Pixley goal as well. A 5-0 victory, a heavily rotated side. Just the 11 changes made and 11 more going back today. So I'm really looking forward to this one, an occasion we can enjoy. As I've said before, there's no pressure on us. Once we've done this, we'll try and get through Barry in the semi-final of the Welsh Cup. The Cup final could be the only other episode we've got this season. So let's just try and get ahead. The two legs are all that really matters. The youth intake may well come after this one as well, but fingers crossed we'll be in a positive position in a tie. The club atmosphere is excellent, the managerial support's excellent, the team cohesion is excellent, something we rarely see, and things couldn't be going much better. I know we lost Jimmy Jarrett in January, so we've had to give Jack Bolton a new contract. Not really taking an upgrade in wage, no hike, 2 extra years, job done. So we're trying to look after things as sensibly as possible. You may be wondering about the wage bill. We've still not increased that top of the range really. Cannell's the highest paid on 875, and then everyone else is 750 or under. So it's not like we're going all out. We're trying to be very calm about it, we're trying to be very reserved, and make sure we don't get ourselves in any trouble. But some of the big ties today, the Fiorentina v Feyenoord, the Besiktas v Gladbach, there's some big ones out there. But we've got FC Utrecht, a big side in the Netherlands, a good side in the Eredivisie, and we've got a chance to get by them. Jorginho, Wijnaldum, the star to look out for. Our usual 11 for European games, and fingers crossed it will be enough to get a big result in the home leg. Playing at home first does make it a bit harder, although we have been better on the road in recent times. But let's have a look at the 11 we've gone for. It's Gregor Zabret in goal. Hankin continues at right back with Bolton over on the left. Badebo and Toll the centre halves. Benson, Taylor, Brooks and Cottrell the midfield four. Duffy and Dean up front. And the likes of Glatzel, Harness, Williams, Press, Cannell and Ethan Vaughan on the bench. And it's a big game, so the sub-keeper's there as well. Now let's see if we can get a result. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you think we can sneak through another round. Of course, this side beaten us twice already. 3-0 in the home leg, albeit that without Zabret and Gwenel having a shocker. And a very narrow defeat on the road too. So I'm hopeful we can at least give them a scrap. But I don't know if it'll be enough. Let me know if you think it will. And let's go and get into the first leg. Well, as we said, just the 11 changes from the last match. We're closing down Gini Wijnaldum because he's of course the star that they're looking out for. And as we go to warm up, we just hope it'll be enough. If we get through the dressing room, everything's looking good. And we know there's a lot of good familiar names in this side, so we're going to be very careful. But as much as we want to play a little bit more carefully and on the back foot, do we want to then give up our game plan? Give up the way we normally play? Because that's frightened a few teams, a few bigger teams in Europe. Teemu Pukki's playing out on the right, which is a bit weird. The January signing's not in that squad. He is. He's right back. That's very bizarre. But a good side nonetheless. The touchline tablet doing its usual. And with 5 minutes gone, Utrecht have the first shot. But no highlights yet, until this corner, outswinger, Toll heads away, Schneider's delivery it was, Hugewerf on the left hand side, come from United at the start of the season and he's delivered a great one there, Teemu Pukki glances just wide, but a great chance for Utrecht, and I think we might have to drop because we're getting outplayed. Schneider puts it in. Sandler's shot straight at the keeper. Probably should have scored that. The marking was atrocious. So we dropped to balanced. We're going to demand a bit more. But with 12 on the clock, looks like it's going to be a long night. And we've got a throw on the left with Bolton. The first chance to come forward perhaps with 20 minutes gone. Plays a 1-2 with Duffy on the left-hand side. Down the line again. Duffy chases it in. But the keeper Bottenberg just there first and beats the attacker to it. Smothers it and clears long downfield. Oh, the defender's made a howler of that. But Dabo just about covers it. But Owen Toll is sort of a Ryan Porteous special from the head coach for those that are following that. Certainly in the Hibernian days. As Hankin gets it on the right. Over the top, Duffy will chase. Not going to get there. Arts is first, the defender. Cleared long downfield by the keeper and flicked on. Hugiverth gets there. Beats Badabo. Pookie on the right back to Wijnaldum. The experience shining, but this one's given away. Cottrell downfield. Balk wins out of the back. Gerritsen on the left-hand side. It's all Utrecht, but they've given it away. Max Dean skinned the defender. He's in one-on-one. Back to Duffy. And Bangor City lead. Will this dream ever end at the racecourse? We're playing at Wrexham's home, but we are making it a fortress. And it's 1-0, very undeserved, our first shot on target. But we capitalise on the errors from Wijnaldum and the defender. And the front two combine again. And when Dean and Duffy are playing in Europe, we're pretty much unbeatable. And we tried to stay invincible again as Utrecht play down the left-hand side. Gerritsen to Castillo, overlapping to Schneider, to Hugiverth, good challenge by Toll. Taylor and Brooks combine. Dean finds Duffy. He's in again here. Joe Duffy with a chance, make it 2. But it's the defender who gets back at him. Just not quite composed enough, not quite efficient enough in his forward run. And with one shot on target, we lead 1-0. But let's make no mistake, Utrecht have been the better side. And they've got a free kick in here. Gerritsen with another great chance. Unmarked, 8 yards out, straight as a Brett. And he's having a wonderful game. On course to get man of the match. And somehow, I don't quite know based on the performance, we lead 1-0. So we'll tell the lads we're pleased. I don't care how we do it. If we can somehow avoid conceding an away goal, we're in control of this tie. As Marcello gets it on the right-hand side. We know we're often better away in Europe, though Wijnaldum puts that in. Why is Brett punched? What are you doing, man? We've just talked about what a good first half he had. The ball came into the box. I kid you not, there was not one other player in the penalty area. Zabret just had to catch it. He could have palmed it down. He could have done anything. And he's punched it out to the striker, completely unmarked on the edge of the box. We said it earlier in the season, if we don't get a keeper in, we're not going to improve. And we haven't managed to, as Cottrell comes forward, trying to make it a one-man show. Not really been in good form since back from injury, but he nearly sets one up there, puts Duffy in, and his shot's just wide of the post. An hour gone, still 1-1. And really, it should still be 1-0. The clean sheet's been cost by Zabret. And we're coming forward on the right with Jack Hankin. Skins his midfielder, tries to cut inside to Dean. Hankin's out there again, delivers it wide, 3 in the box, Duffy's 1, goes back for some reason. Taylor plays a 1-2 with Brooks. Lovely ball out to Bolton on the left. Chance to cross from the corner of the box into Cottrell. And we've done it again. Completely undeserved. We nick a 2-1 lead. We have not really had much of a say in this game. It has been all Utrecht, 15 shots to 7, 9 on target to 3, more possession. And we somehow lead 2-1 with 25 to go. And they've only got their goal from a Zabret howler. As Dean flicks down to Cottrell, can we make it 3? Duffy just poked out by Marcello. Might be out of position, but still got that quality. As Gerritsen skins Jack Hankin on the right. Tries to bring him down, doesn't get enough on it. Gerritsen delivers, well recovered Hankin. Back to Castillo on the left-hand side, into the box. Bolton heads away. Only as far as Marcello. It is constant, ruthless pressure. Gerritsen again, good effort. And it's off the post, but Abo clears. And we've got 25 to hang on. As on the left, it's Gerritsen with a throw. Schneider flicks on. Hugiverth's there. Bolton clears away. Duffy flicks on. And now Max Dean's isolated his man. He's skinned him. He's 1-on-1. Max Dean's in. Blocked the first time. Cleared the second. Balk recovers to save the day. And with 20 minutes to go here at the racecourse, it is a sterling effort from these boys. We're going to replace the 2 centre midfielders. Fresh legs very much required. But I don't know that I can ask much more of them. Hankin's tired. We'll bring on Ethan Vaughan for him. But at 2-1, we've done as much as possible. Dittiwig goes down the left. Benson's brought him down. Definite yellow. That rules him out of the second leg. We know that for a fact. So he can play the league game in between. But I've got to tell you, how are we ahead in this game? Somebody tell me, we have been outclassed. But somehow we keep winning these ties, staying in the 2-leggers. getting through in the group stages by the skin of our teeth, and they've headed another one over the bar. 5 minutes to go, and it still looks like we're going to take a lead to Holland. I'm not quite sure how we're doing this, but it is Bangor City 2, Utrecht 1, and into 4 minutes of stoppage time we go. Duffy skinned the fullback. It could get better. Ben Cottrell's in. It does get better. Ben Cottrell with his 14th for the season. What was it I said earlier in the second half? Cottrell struggling on his way back from injury. You can mark those words as incorrect now. It is Bangor City 3, Utrecht 1. With just 4 shots on target, we've done it. And that is just about the most undeserved and pleasant surprise we are going to get in this series. We take a 2-goal lead to Holland. We'll be back for that in a week. And my words, this run could be about to get ridiculous. We are 90 minutes from the quarter-finals, and we can afford to lose in Holland and still get through. We'll get the new Saints game out the way, and we'll be back in a moment as we head over to play the Dutch side. It's second leg time as this remarkable run continues. We are back to head to Holland to face Utrecht. We've got a 3-1 lead. And I tell you what, if we get through, there are some massive ties out there. Celta Vigo, Vitória Guimarães, we know a lot about them from the head coach save. Feyenoord and CSKA Moscow all already through. Gladbach and Dundee United look certs, and then it's anyone between Red Star and Anderlecht. But this is some opportunity. So let's go and pick the lineup. We had some of the under-19s on the bench at the weekend. So if we go back here, we should then get a first 11. Let's see what it springs us. We've got to make a few changes because our assistant manager has a little bit of a warped view of our team. He seems to think that some of the best rated players aren't good enough, and he doesn't seem to understand that Duffy and Dean have been absolutely world class. So we're going to make sure they play today. Jake Taylor will come in alongside Brooks. Taylor didn't play at the weekend, so I'm not sure why he's got a heavy match load. The same for Hankin, quite frankly. Cannell comes into the holding role for the suspended player Benson. And we're going to stick with Williams on the bench for this one. We're going to get Toll in the lineup instead of Hughes. Although he's been poor in recent games, he's a player that we very much trust. And then on the bench, we've got Hughes where we wouldn't normally have him, just to give us that extra option. I'm almost tempted to bring Liam Coyle on. He went off early in the last game. He was a little bit tired and he had a little knock. So actually, I'm going to do that instead of Ryan Hughes. Into the game we go. We have a 3-1 lead against our top tier Dutch side. So let's see if we can hang on, because this would be a remarkable achievement. When we started this season, we were happy to get to the group stages. If we reach the quarterfinals, there might be pandemonium. Let's see if we can do it. A very similar side for Utrecht, although of course Timu Pukki dropped out of the side there. I almost forgot in my excitement of how well we were doing. To show you what we did at the weekend, we beat TNS 3-0 with all 11 changes, apart from Josh Benson, who was suspended tonight of course. Pixley, Glatzel and Harness each got a goal there, and we won the game pretty comfortably in truth. So we're going to pump the fist, we're going to tell them to prove a point, we're going to drop to a balanced mentality, and if we need to after 10 or 15 minutes, we will time waste the whole way through this. It is absolutely packed here in the Netherlands, and we've got a great chance to make a European quarter-final. From 2 years ago, we say this a lot, from the end of the third season where we bottled the title race, we ended up nearly 20 points behind Barrytown United. 2 years later, we're competing with Utrecht with a 3-1 lead and a chance to make a European quarter-final. It tells you that recruitment has gone right. As Duffy tries to get in behind, Cottrell slides it through. It's just overhit, Bottenburg smothers the keeper. And early on, we just need that away goal. It makes it a real game for us. Schneider finds Taylor on the right-hand side. Inside to Schneider again. Time on the edge to Gerritsen. Oh, nearly curls in a beauty. Just over the bar, 6 minutes gone. And we're clinging on for dear life. As Cottrell's got a free kick in, Schneider's up and wins it. And now who's getting there first? Looks like Luca Cannell. Out to the left to Toll. Don't know how he ended up out there. Brooks plays a 1-2 with him. He's on the left wing here, the centre-half. Back to Brooks. Chance to cross. Finds Toll again. Playing some silky footwork up there. Cannell. Back inside to Toll. Just under hit, but Hankin gets there. Finds Bolton. Over to Brooks. 2 up with them, but we're keeping the ball well. And as long as we don't give it away, we can't lose the game. As Toll goes over towards Dean, he's going to get there. The keeper and defender get mixed up. And Max Dean has got an away goal, or has he? I think we're going to VAR. And we know we're not a big fan of this. We've only ever seen one that stands. And this one doesn't either. Disallowed due to offside. And a dream start is crushed by technology and a VAR official. 20 minutes gone though. We've had the only shot on target. And at the start, we would have very much taken this. Half an hour on the clock, still 0-0 on the night, still 3-1 on aggregate. All we need is a goal, and then they have to get 3 for extra time or 4 to get through. So they're the ones pressing at the moment. Sander on the left-hand side. Back to Castillo on the left-back area. Cuts it into Sander again, well won back. Up to Duffy, Dean's with him, Cottrell's with him. Back to Brooks, Cannell. Brooks over the top, Duffy's released. They've thrown so many men forward, but they didn't leave any security at the back. And Joe Duffy in behind, a brilliant finish, a brilliant through ball by Brooks, who the assistant didn't want to start, by the way. And we're 10 to the break, we've got that away goal and another free kick. Headed away, Brooks is going to get there. We really look dangerous on the counter-attack. We look great from set pieces. We're causing all sorts of trouble. And Duffy's got in again. I think the flag's up for offside, but we are running the offside trap brilliantly there. And we've beaten it once. That's all that matters. Zabret's learnt his lesson from the first leg. Comes and holds that free kick. And with 7 minutes to half-time, it looks like we are heavy favourites to reach the European quarter-final. Although Gerritsen's trying to get in here. Wijnaldum's beaten Hankin. He's in one-on-one. Brilliant recovering block. Jack Hankin, the Youth Academy star, gets in behind, gets the challenge in, and it's a corner kick to defend. Schneider's in swinger. Markello's there. It's cleared by Taylor. No idea how he got that. Diving header block, I think. Back to Castillo again, and it peters out. 3 shots on target to 1 for us. And we've actually, again, as we said before, we've looked better on the road. We've had the better of this game. And we're deservedly 1-0 up on the night. 4-1 on aggregate, a brilliant effort. Now we've just got to avoid conceding 3. But early on, they're trying to change that Utrecht. Into the front post. Oh, straight as Zabret. And how did he manage to miss that is the appropriate commentary line. 6 yards out, had the goal at his mercy, and hit it straight at the keeper. As Hankin plays a throw into Tolt. Long hoof downfield. Sandler gets there and finds Schneider. Back to Balk, the centre-half. At fault for the goal, but the header clear finds Taylor. To Hugewerf on the right-hand side. They're keeping it well, Utrecht, and they've got a threat in behind here. They get to the winger by the byline. Chance to cross it in, blocked by Badebo. Still comes out with possession though, the winger. Taylor, the right back, comes and supports. Back to Schneider. Chance to cross, there's 4 in the box for them. Wijnaldum down, Gerritsen in. Oh, he's put it wide. It is our lucky day today. The amount of great chances they have missed in these 2 legs. I don't think I can explain how. An unbelievable effort from our boys though. And we are 25 from something very, very special. If there's any Welsh fans over here in Holland, they will be having the time of their lives here. As with 18 minutes left, we make changes. And we've not got much holding on to do. So do you know what? We're going to drop a little bit tactically. Cottrell's going to be replaced by Williams. I haven't yet done this in this save at all. Williams will go out to the right of the midfield 3. Taylor will stay in the middle, but he'll drop to centre midfield rather than the number 10 position. So he's best as box to box, as is Brooks actually. So we'll put Williams in the middle. He's going to be an advanced playmaker, but he's going to play in that deeper midfield role. We're going to put all the rest on, time wasting all the time. I'm not going to do all the other stuff, but we'll slow the pace down, we'll time waste all the time, and we'll try and get ourselves a few more chances and waste a few more seconds. 14 minutes left, it's a throw in for Utrecht. Prent takes it into Wijnaldum. Back to the left-hand side. Crosses to the edge of the box. Markello's there. That's a stunning strike. And that is a big lifeline for Utrecht. 13 minutes to go. We're going to take Max Dean off, I think. Just make a change up front. Get some fresh legs on. Glatzel will replace him. Duffy switches to the right. And fingers crossed we can hold on. Because 2 more goals and we'll be crushed into extra time. We have got 8 minutes to go. Cannell's got a free kick. Into Taylor, who's hit the post. Oh, a free kick's given for offside, I think. Oh my words, that could have been the moment. We have got 1.5 minutes plus stoppage time left. Taylor is absolutely shattered. I don't really know what to do with the poor blokes. The same for Brooks. They've been so good. How can I take them off? I'm not going to. I'm going to replace Jack Hankin with Ethan Vaughan. I think as we go into stoppage time, we are going to be more disciplined. We're going to drop the line of engagement. We're not going to counter when we win the ball. We're going to hold our shape in the middle. As we are into 4 minutes of stoppage time. Do you know what? I think we've done it. And do you know what? We have done it. 1-1 on the night. 4-2 on aggregate. What on earth is going on here with Bangor City? It is the quarter-finals of the Europa Conference. We've beaten a professional Dutch side from the top tier. And this is an absolute dream. What a team. What a squad. What an effort. And we finish this episode with another exciting draw. Surely we've got to get a big boy now. Well, what a way to finish. I certainly didn't see this coming. I'm sure you didn't either. I mean, who do we want? I almost want one of the big ones now. Give us a Gladbach, give us a Celta Vigo, let us have an absolute field day. Dundee United will be a hard one. It's a playable league, of course. They've got some quality players. But I don't care at this point. What a dream it's been. And any of these sides, even if we lose, will break our gate receipts record. We'll bring in more revenue. Nearly 4.5 million in the coffers now. And this is going to change Welsh football forever. So let's go and draw the teams. First out of the hat is Borussia Mönchengladbach. Yes, please. A side we managed towards the end of the head coach last year. We had a blast there. I'll put that up in the eye above if you haven't seen it. But let's get them here. What a tie it would be. I think we've got it. We had the delay. And it is Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Bangor City. What a brilliant tie. A 4-star professional Bundesliga side. Multiple players on over 100 grand a week. Quality throughout the side. Look at the team. Breland Bolo's there up front, the star player. Brilliant Swiss international. Nearly 100 appearances, 26 goals. I don't think there's any there that we had last year. Christoph Kramer's still at the club. Jan Sommer, the keeper. Demirbay is still there. Matthias Ginter, the German international centre-half, on 135 grand a week. Nicola Elvedi. I mean, we're going to get to the stage where we get absolutely battered in this tie. But I just don't care. What an achievement. And we are going to milk and enjoy every goal we concede in that game. Because it's going to be a joy to be in a level playing field in the quarter-final of a European competition with them. We'll go and get through the semi-final as well. I somehow don't think we're going to have to worry about that one. I know I've said that in previous rounds, but Gladbach is a world-class team. It's a very different level. If we do get through, we've got the winner of Dundee United or Anderlecht, which ironically would be an easier tie. Would have been a lovely little combination and crossover with the live stream series. But who cares? We have drawn probably the biggest side left in it, certainly in terms of reputation in-game and European coefficient. And we will be back next time for the biggest of moments in one of these Build a Nation saves. We'll get through the Welsh Cup semi-final and we will be back in a month's time. Borussia Mönchengladbach v Bangor City. I hope I can see you there, because what a moment it's going to be. If you did enjoy this episode, a stunning effort against Utrecht, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. This one will be back in 2 days' time. A massive one from our new club in the head coach in between. You can catch up with the latest episodes of that in the eye above. A massive thank you for your support with those series and the live streams as well. I can't thank you enough. If you've got any ideas, let me know down in the comments how this is happening. Because we've just beaten a team with the likes of Timu Pukki, Gini Wijnaldum. We showed you the £3 million man. They're all very much a class above us. And we continue to defy the odds with a stunning front two and a very efficient tactic. Links to all the playlists and the podcast channel in the eye above. And I hope to see you next time for a massive, massive game. The biggest one that we'll probably have in the entire series. Gladbach v Bangor. And I'll see you there.